the connectivity is always additive to us. It never leads the creative charge, but it enhances it for us.
Avengers 5, when is it going to drop? Who is going to be in it? Well, it might be a while, but let's take a look at everything we know so far. BD here with a question that is on the minds of a lot of us Marvel fans. When are we going to see Avengers 5? Right, on the heels of Infinity War and Endgame, we are ready to see the returning Avengers like Doctor Strange, Wanda Maximoff, Captain America, Bucky Barnes, Spider-Man, the Black Panther, Captain Marvel, the Hulk, Hawkeye, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Thor, War Machine, Okoye, the Guardians of the Galaxy, all together in one movie again. Plus, they'll be joined by newcomers, right? Like Yelena Belova, Kate Bishop, Shang-Chi, Miss Marvel, Monica Rambeau, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and who knows, maybe even the White Vision will join the party. It is a hell of a roster the Avengers have available to them now, and all these characters being in the MCU after Endgame brought so many of them together probably means one thing. The next Avengers movie is not only pretty far off, but is going to be very different. So that's where we'll start.
It's never enough for Brandon. It's never enough.
Back in 2020, VP of Production and Development at Marvel Studios, Nate Moore, opened up about Avengers 5 while talking to press on the set of Eternals. At the time, he said Marvel hadn't even discussed plans for Avengers 5, and the Phase 4 slate was all laid out by the San Diego Comic-Con lineup with the word Avengers nowhere in sight. According to Nate Moore, the only real thought about it was making sure it was doing a different trick than the one we already saw, and the big question was whether or not they would build towards it or just put out a standalone Avengers movie, kind of like Avengers Age of Ultron. Fast forward to August of 2021, and Kevin Feige echoes that sentiment when he tells Collider, quote, "I think we want there to be a reasonable amount of time from the Endgame to start a new saga, which is already underway and already started. And then you need time, as you did in Phase 1, to build to that saga before you start bringing everyone together," end quote. So all of that considered, it seems there are three paths the next Avengers movie could take. The first is a straight-up team movie like we've seen before to take on someone like Kang the Conqueror. Kang made his debut in the Loki series on Disney Plus and is a major villain from Marvel Comics who can wreak havoc on the Avengers in various timelines, offering a new type of enemy to fight, with the heroes having to split up into timeline teams or come together in one to take down a villain who's going to make the entire world and every timeline in them feel very claustrophobic with his advanced technology and time-traveling abilities. Kang's next appearance is confirmed in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which arrives in 2023. The next possibility, number 2, is Avengers 5 is a team-up of teams. The MCU is introducing enough characters to form groups known from comics, like the Thunderbolts, which could call for Baron Zemo, Sharon Carter, Yelena Belova, Thaddeus Ross's Red Hulk, or others to join. The Young Avengers could form up with Eli Bradley, Kamala Khan, Cassie Lang, Kate Bishop, Billy and Tommy Maximoff, Miss America, and Kid Loki, all being eligible members of the team. We could also see a new Avengers form with Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Captain Marvel, and others joining such a roster. Then there's the fact that the X-Men could be joining the MCU at any moment now, and who knows, maybe within the next 10 years we'll be lucky enough to see an Avengers vs. X-Men movie that takes all of our money, if it's better than the comic run with the same title. The Defenders might pop up now that we have Daredevil under the control of Marvel Studios. Val is basically putting together a Dark Avengers with her Captain America being John Walker, her Black Widow being Yelena Belova, and her Hulk could even be Abomination, who returned in Shang-Chi, and her next moves might even be going on off screen. We'll see them down the line. The Marvels is setting us up nicely to have the Ultimates with Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, Blue Marvel, and Miss Marvel all being in that team. We could even be on our way to a Midnight Suns forming with Mahershala Ali's Blade, Kit Harington's Dane Whitman / Black Knight, Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight, and in best case scenario, Ghost Rider joining. And let's not forget, the Fantastic Four are getting a movie which will be dropping in 2024 at the earliest. And behind door number 3, the door many of us geeks really just want to burst open, is Secret Wars. If you thought Endgame was massive, just go read the Secret Wars comic and imagine it as a movie. There are 2 versions of Secret Wars comics. One is the original version, which literally existed just to put as many heroes and villains in one story to sell more toys. And then there's the newer Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman. That calls for heroes and villains from all the different universes to battle it out. This would call for all of the MCU heroes to show up, alternate versions of them where actors play their own character from a different world, new actors in familiar hero roles, and other franchises like the X-Men movies or old Fantastic Four films, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man characters, even Ben Affleck's Daredevil could be a part of it. There's no limits. Secret Wars is about as big as it gets, and with all of the multiversal madness being unleashed with WandaVision, Loki, Spider-Man No Way Home, and the next Doctor Strange movie, it seems this is only a matter of time until it comes our way. And something tells me, I know Joe Russo and Anthony Russo, they've said they want to direct this one. And in December of 2021, it seems like Joe Russo might know something.
One of these days, we'll have to see how this all shakes out. I don't know what they're going to do with all these characters.
Joe, we know you know something. All this is just to say, it seems like 2025 is the absolute earliest anyone should expect a new Avengers movie. Fantastic Four has to come first. There are a couple different versions of Avengers movies or Disney Plus shows we might see in this time, like a Young Avengers series. That seems totally possible, but I wouldn't expect to be going back to a movie theater to watch an outright fifth Avengers movie until 2026 or 27, when all the groundwork is laid and Infinity War and Endgame have had enough time to breathe so we can all get excited for another ensemble flick again. When do you think we'll get a new Avengers movie? Who do you want to see as the big villain who gets all the heroes together? Drop your thoughts in the comment section to let us know you watched this video to the end, or send them my way on Instagram at BrandonDavisPD. And head over to Comicbook.com/Marvel for more updates. To join the best Marvel community and hear all the best MCU news and chats every week, check out our Phase Zero podcast on any major podcast platform. New episodes every Wednesday. I'm BD. I'll see you there.